I mean, look, there's a way you can say that we're competing for eyeballs. We're still the only guys doing what we're doing in the India market. And I think we've gotten far enough down the path right now that we have a demonstrable lead. But trust me, that's why we're going to be putting our foot on the gas in 2021, because I think then we'll command a price that has, us trading 20x what we trade at today. Our ratings growth has gone through the system they use there called GRP, which is the TV rating systems, has gone from 0.2, 0.3, 0.4 3 months ago to 2 today and growing. So we're having big growth. We've got some hit programming, and it's why we believe that 2021 is our breakout year. And it's why we believe that 2021 is our breakout year.
And is the channel just running 24/7?
It runs 24/7 on television.
Uh-huh.
It runs 24/7 on the streaming platforms that run linear channels. And then if you go into the VOD section of those content providers, then you can watch it on VOD. And if you're like a Tata Sky subscriber, which is a satellite platform, it would be like, I don't know what it is in Hungary. I can't think of the provider, but it would be like Sky. It would be like Sky. That's why it's called Tata Sky. It's now owned by Disney because they bought Fox, but it's one of the owners. So it's the major satellite platform in India. Well, they also have TV everywhere. So you can get the Tata Sky app. And a lot of the kids that are watching on Tata Sky, we know are watching on their phone, not on the TV. So a lot of Indian one TV households.
No, for sure. I mean, I probably shouldn't say this, but I'm still using Sky from the UK on my dad's card. Not necessarily illegal, so I'm probably just going to bleep that out, but there we go.
I won't tell anyone.
Hungarian TV sucks. That's all I'm going to say. So let's say I've got $1,000. What would you say are the sell me QYOU in two sentences?
Okay, the first thing is we think we've bottomed out in terms of our stock price. We've issued a lot of shares because we've had to do some low-priced fundraisers to keep the lights on. We've cut our costs dramatically. I mean, one of the kind of backhanded benefits of COVID is it forced us to reduce our expenses dramatically. The great news about that is now that we're turning up the revenue, I'm going to keep those friggin' costs down. And so our ramp to break even is going to be a lot faster because it's hard to cut things, cut people and stuff. You never want to cut into bone. Well, we cut into bone during COVID. And we're going to stay cutting into bone until we see the revenues bounce back the way we want them to. I mean, we haven't talked at all about our US influencer marketing business, but I would argue our US influencer marketing business alone is worth the market cap of the company. So we feel we've bottomed out in terms of our stock price. We've issued the shares, we've diluted, we've done all the things that have caused us to be where we are, and we're on an upward trajectory from here. And so, how fast is that? If I knew that, I wouldn't be talking to you. I'd be on an island somewhere. But we believe that we're way undervalued and have a lot of growth in front of us, and that our fundamentals, somewhat in the quarter that we're currently in, but really going into the January and beyond timeframe of 2021, are going to see some big rises. So, you can catch the wave before it breaks, or you can, jump in while it's still breaking.
So in a nutshell, if you like, you've done all the hard work and now you're about to monetize and get the actual revenue.
Yeah, basically that's what it boils down to, is we feel, if we're trading at whatever 5.5, 6 cents Canadian right now, am I going to sit here and tell people there's no way, no how it'll go to, 4.5 cents or 5 cents? Yeah, it could, but I don't see it going to 2 cents. And I see it going to 10 cents before it goes to 2 cents. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. No, that's
much higher. I mean, we have much higher aspirations than that, obviously.
Uh-huh. Of course, yeah.
I think that I think we've cleaned out a lot of the people that were either tired of us or fed up with us. And part of the reason I'm doing these things with you and other people is I'm trying to get new people to watch us, because I think those people can come in and take advantage of coming in basically late to the party but as we start and launch into a new opportunity.
You know, for me, I keep saying, you know, I've got several businesses, and you know, I think last count I was at like 35 employees, you know, and I'm a big believer that pressure makes diamonds, right? And I think if COVID's taught me anything, it's you get people who want to be there working harder for you for the same price, because they want to keep their job and value their times, and you do find that odd diamond in there, and all you're doing is cutting. Not all the time, but a lot of dead weight. And I'm a big believer in the companies that do survive this, like yourself, the lower hanging fruit, let's call it. The only way is up. A good example, Cineworld, I'm pretty sure you know, in the UK, second biggest cinema chain in the world, down and out, over debted, over bankrupt, everything. And I remember waking up and it was down, I think it was 78% in a day. And everyone's, what are you doing? And I bought $10,000 worth openly. I think it's the first time I've said that on the channel. But now I think it's currently riding at $27,000. And too far, too fast is one thing. And second thing is, all these movies will come out eventually. All they have to do is tread water until that happens. And I think that's a big thing. With your access, you're still concentrating on growing viewership. You're still getting more and more people. And I think actually COVID might have helped you get that viewership up easier because people are more sat at home, you know? So,
I mean,
well done.
The bottom line is, I say, you know, I'm a sports guy. And so I would say the same thing to my staff here. You know, you can't win the tournament unless you're in it. And so we're still in the tournament. And so, you know, there's 8 seeds in tournaments that end up winning the championship. And that's kind of, you know, we've been beaten up, but I'm a tenacious motherfucker, so I'm not going to give up.
Good man. I like to see that. I mean, I'm a Liverpool fan. We're on top right now, but trust me, it's been a long process.
Chris Namena, my chief revenue officer who runs the show for us in India, he is a major Liverpool fan. So trust me, I hear. And my other partner in India is an Arsenal fan, so they go at it all the time.
Oh Jesus! Well, it's not very clean right now, but this is my ceiling. So,
oh wow!
Yeah,
oh, that's yeah. Oh no, I was wondering what those. I don't recognize the green jerseys.
Yeah, these are actually teams I play for around Europe. So yeah,
you know, it's fun. Just as a really random aside, Apple TV Plus. I just started watching a show. Can't remember the name of it. It's the character's name. It's about the American coach that comes over to coach the UK team. Have you heard about this show?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, haven't seen it though. I've heard of it. Yeah.
Oh, you got to watch it. And I just watched it. I just happened to stumble onto it last night. And I'm sure if you're a footballer, you'll love it. You'll love it.
The best footballing show to come to it, if you ever get a chance, it's on Netflix. It's called Sunderland Till I Die. It's actually the town I'm from in Middlesbrough. Sunderland are just north of them, so they're quite big rivals. But luckily, I don't support either of them. And they were, I'd say, top 15 teams in the UK history, if you like, over the last 20 years. Very, very nearly bankrupt, fell down 2 tiers, still today really are struggling. And it's about the owners buying out that company and trying to redevelop it. So it's a bit of, from me, I like it because it's finance. I also like it because it's football, but I think it's a good for you maybe to have a look because it's about someone gritting their teeth and just, you know, cracking on. You know, and it's definitely worth a watch. Sorry?
Middlesbrough is where you're, did you say Middlesbrough is where
Yeah, just outside, yeah.
Up near Liverpool?
No, that's the other coast. My parents, one's from Liverpool, one's from Middlesbrough, so my mother won. Let's say that. So this is a bit of a surprise for you. As you know, I've got a chat room and a little bit of an audience, and I've been asking some friends in the trading community to a bit of background about you, and also more importantly, some quick sort of fire questions. So if you can answer them as quick as you can. Some of them are QYOU related, some of them are pretty random, but I promised I would say them. So put a number, guesstimate, on how many viewers you think you may have by end of 2021.
End of 2021. Mm-hmm. In India, I would say 50 to 100 million.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And the next big step for QYOU?
Well, is to drive a couple of big distribution deals that we think can turn our numbers up dramatically. Again, we've gone from 2 million to 12 million a week in the last 10 weeks. So I'm not going to suggest we're going to stay on that trajectory, but we want to keep it moving in a big way. So audience growth is
key,
paramount importance. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Next one, bit of a strange one from a very strange Swedish woman. What does Matt Leblanc smell like?
Oh, he smells like a blooming rose.
Good answer.
After he showered, of course.
Of course. Well, I don't want to ask why you're in the shower with Matt LeBlanc now. That's too Hollywood. That's too Hollywood. So the next question was, do you think QYOU will continue to sort of dominate in India rather than expand out in the next, say, 24 months?
Well, I think, look, we believe that success in India will beget the ability to move to other places, particularly in South Asia, and there's some big markets there. But we're not going to make the mistake that we made last time. We're going to stay laser focused on India and laser focused on our influencer marketing business here in the United States, which again, we haven't really spoken about. Those are the two pieces of the company. 2021 is all about making both of those profitable.
Mm-hmm. Good. Find the two legs to stand on before you start.
Exactly.
Running. Game of Thrones or Lord of the Rings?
Lord of the Rings.
Good choice. I'm with you on that one. Okay, so right now I see that you're listed on the OTC market. Is that correct?
Yeah, our main trading actually happens on the Toronto Venture Exchange. So the TSXV would be where you would see volume on our stock. We're also listed on the German market, and we're also listed on the OTC. But we do very little trading there.
Uh-huh. And long term, would it be sort of aim to be on the main TSX or even the NASDAQ or the, yeah?
I mean, look, the first leap would be to go from TSXV to the TSX, and then from TSX to NASDAQ.
Okay, cool. So you would predominantly aim in the Canadian era, rather?
Yeah, Chairman Scott Patterson has had a couple of companies that he's done that, including Lionsgate, where I was for a while. So Lionsgate started as a, micro cap, mid cap company in Canada, and now it's on the NYSE.
I mean, you can't say me because I know it's the answer, but who's your favorite influencer that you watch?
Kim Kardashian. No, I'm just joking. God, I don't know. I don't know if I have an answer to that one. I mean, I like probably Jamie O'Brien. I'm a former surfer, and so Jamie O'Brien posts amazing surf stuff from Hawaii. So I really like him a lot.
Fair enough.
He's a Red Bull. He's a Red Bull athlete too, and I like that stuff.
Okay, there's another sort of strange one. Do you think you could arm wrestle David Hasselhoff?
Well, when I was much younger and more handsome, people used to tell me I looked like David Hasselhoff.
I think that's where it came from.
David Hasselhoff from his old Knight Rider TV days. So, no, I probably couldn't arm wrestle him because he's actually a really big dude. He's like 6'4" and a big guy. So no, he would probably win that competition unless we both have had too much to drink.
But yeah, now you smile like that. Yeah, you should go outside, get your red Speedos on.
It's without the glasses, I'm doing my I'll put the red Speedos on and come back in front of the camera.
Maybe for episode 2.
Yeah.
Well, on the bright side, I mean, if you ever wanted to do an advert for QYOU, you wouldn't have to employ him. You could just employ yourself to be in the advert,
Yeah. Brought to you off.
Yeah, don't hassle the Hoff, exactly. Okay, so that's sort of the questions I have from the chat room. One final thing I've got is, being from outside the US, a lot of US brokers aren't available to me. So I actually did have a look at throwing in $1,000 to your company, right? This is no joke, because I'd want to see where it goes as well. And I actually do like the business model. So the downside I found is it's very hard to actually buy and sell shares if you're outside the US, from what I've understood. So what I'm going to do is in the description right now is I'm going to find a few broker options that people can actually access your stock as well. But yeah, one thing I would ask is that maybe in a 12 months time or early next year, when there's some big breaking news that you're holding back on, we do this again. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, there's some things in the works right now. It's not gonna happen until Q1, but I definitely would say stay tuned.
and I will stay in touch. I will stay in touch as well.
I'm very, very interested. So,
Okay.
well, there's only one thing left to do, and it is for you to ask my lovely audience to make sure they have liked this video.
Okay, well, please, hit the like button down here, subscribe to the channel, and it's great to talk to you, and I love your approach to all this stuff. It's awesome.
Cheers, brother. Cheers. Thank you very much. And yeah, everybody get looking at QYOU, and hopefully we can make some decent cash on this one. Huh?
Awesome. That would be nice for all of us. Thanks, mate.